Welcome to segment 2 of the podcast. I'm joined with Tariq Thompson, defensive back, strong safety out of San Diego State. He's now with the Buffalo Bills. Tariq, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate you guys.
No worries, no worries. You were picked up there by the Buffalo Bills, but before we get into that, I want to ask you a wee bit about your time at college. You played 47 games during your time at San Diego State, 1 touchdown, 153 solo tackles, 1 sack in there as well, 12 interceptions. You seem to have been quite an impact player there. How did that come about? What drives you to be such a good player?
Honestly, first just God, God giving me abilities and the intelligence, go and play this game. And my teammates, my family, coaches from when I was youth football to all the way up into college, they helped prepare me for the moment. And I just believed in myself and, I did what I was supposed to do, studying, taking care of my body and just working hard. So just trying to prepare myself to make those plays. And I made them through the power of God.
Yeah. You're a monumental player at San Diego State. And is there any highlights of your time there? I know you had a big interception and sack against Zach Wilson, a guy who ends up in the same division as you. You played Brigham Young in November time, 2019, and you had a massive game there. Is that one of your highlights, or is there another one that you'd like to mention?
That was one of my favorite games, but my favorite moment was 2019, our bowl game. We played against Central Michigan in the New Mexico Bowl. I had a pretty good game there as well, but, just winning. And whenever you win a bowl game or any game in general, it's just, something that you enjoy. And I'm a competitor. I don't really like losing. So, I couldn't really say the Zach Wilson game because they got us back this year. But, incentive pass and just looking forward for the future.
That's it. Yeah,
definitely. And after college, you've made the next step up in football and signed with the Buffalo Bills. And I'm quite interested to know what made you want to decide to play in Buffalo, and also what's the transition been like from college into NFL so far?
So the reason I wanted to go to Buffalo is just because it was just a perfect fit. The coaching staff there, the organization, the players, they're all winning in competitive community that just, their goal is winning games, and that's all I'm about. And their staff there has been very welcoming. Had a good relationship with the coaches there. The veterans there are great players. They treat everybody with respect, and they help each other out, and there's no egos in the building, and that's just something that I can buy into, and something that I love a lot. And so it wasn't really hard of a choice to go there. So far, I had a great time there so far. Learning from vets like Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer and Tre'Davious White, Levi Wallace, and just a whole bunch of guys. We got Tremaine Edmonds. You got the D line is just incredible, and it's a championship caliber team already.
It is.
But, we start over this year 0-0, and my goal is to try to help this team win games, and that starts with the first preseason game.
Definitely.
You mentioned a few of the players that you've been kind of learning off and getting to know. Are there any specific teammates that you've made bonds with that have maybe upped your game through the OTAs? You mentioned Micah Hyde there. He's an amazing player, and same thing with Trey White. But is there any other guys? Is there any other specific guys that have brought up the level of your game since you've joined the Bills?
Definitely Micah Hyde. He's someone that I got to meet when I got out here, or before I left for Buffalo. He's an incredible guy, a good person on and off the field, and his work ethic and his knowledge of the game and knowledge of the defense is something that it's something that you can't really explain it, because he just knows everything second nature, and that's something that hopefully I can get under my belt. And I try to be a smart football player as well, so I definitely look up to him. And Tre'Davious White, Jordan Poyer, those are just great players that been in the league for a while, and hopefully I can be in that situation years down the road.
Yeah, definitely. And I would be wrong of me not to shout out the 2 Brits on your team. You've got 2 British guys, and Christian Wade and F.A. Obada now as well. Have you had a chance to connect with those guys as well?
Those are great guys. F.A. always be messing around with me, having little jokes and stuff like that. And Christian Wade is a really cool dude as well. Very friendly, woken me up with open arms, and those guys are really cool. And it's a testament to the people in the Bills culture. The playoff caliber setting that Coach Sean and the rest of the staff there just put together. So it's just been a blessing to be a part of this organization so far, and hopefully I can get further down the road with this organization.
It's quite cool because we've seen Christian Wade from a unique perspective. I actually remember watching him play professional rugby. To see him go and take a crack at the NFL, it's been amazing to watch. And I'm rooting for him as well. But you touched there on your coach and Sean McDermott, and you've also mentioned a couple of great safeties and Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer as well. Is there something in particular that you're wanting to learn this coming year, or something that you've already learned from them in particular, going forth?
Honestly, I want to learn everything from them. Those guys do it right. Their work ethic, their courage, their intensity, their preparation, all those things, their routines, like taking care of their body, preparing for games, all that stuff. I can learn from, because they're doing it at the highest level for 8, 9 years. So like it's something that I cherish, and you don't really get a chance to see vets like that and that have been that successful in the league, and it's something that hopefully I can be one day. So definitely it's definitely an honor just to be in the same room with those guys, because I've been a big fan of both of their games since I was in high school. So something that I cherish, and I try to take advantage of.
So you slot those two guys in at safety, Tariq. I think that defense is a great unit, and obviously the offense have their own players who are championship caliber, and Josh Allen, quarterback. You've got Cole Beasley in there. You've got Stephon Diggs, and now you've got Emmanuel Sanders too. What is the feeling within the Buffalo camp? Do you think you guys are primed to make a playoff push in 2021?
Honestly, I can't really speak to that yet. I have a lot of stuff to work on for myself. Try to help the team win. So, the team is there. What they did last year is not going anywhere. They're moving in the right direction, and I try to take it one game at a time for myself. I can't really speak on like the whole team, because I really don't have no say. Like I have no foot in the game yet. So I can't really. But I think that this team is going to be special, and if I feel like we're on the right track of doing that thing, doing what we did last year and more.
And you've got a bit of a break in between now, between OTAs and training camp, and I was just wondering, what are your plans between now and then? Are you going to put some foundation work in, maybe go back home, visit family, or what are your plans?
I'm probably going to just head home and just train and get my body and mind right for training camp and the preseason. It's definitely a bright future ahead of me, I feel like. So I got to prepare for that way, and it's a dream come true to do this. So I'm putting all my eggs in this one basket, and trying to make the best of it.
I want to ask you a wee bit about Josh Allen, because that's a guy you might be going up against in practice. Has he made you a better player? Because obviously he's got a rocket arm, he's got great IQ. You're having to face him in training camp. What's that been like, Tariq?
It's awesome. We got Mr. Trubisky as well, Jake Fromm, Davis Webb, and some other great quarterbacks. Yeah. So like just seeing them work, and competing against them and the receivers and the tight ends and the running backs. We have so many great players that they put in the work, and the intensity and competitiveness is there. So it's just an honor to be there, and it's definitely making me a better player. I've learned a lot from them so far, and I'm just continually going to learn. And you can never learn enough.
And also the fan base in Buffalo is, definitely one of the most famous fan bases.
It is.
I'd say in sports. You always see videos of them in the playoffs. It was insane. All of the fans jumping on top of tables. And have they reached out to you as well as a player? Have they been very welcoming to you as a Buffalo Bill?
Yeah, the fans are amazing. Honestly, you can't describe it because you see fans everywhere in the city. When I was leaving my house, I seen Buffalo stickers. I'm like, I'm in the other side of the world, other side of the country, and just you never seem to get amazed by these Buffalo Bills Mafia fans. They're just the best. It's just an honor, honestly, because they're very supportive, and they're there to support you no matter what happens, and that's cool about that organization and the fans. They just love you there.
That's it. As we come to the end of our interviews, Tariq, we ask a few more trivial questions. So
Okay.
I'm going to put this to you. If there was one safety, past or present in the NFL, that you would love to learn from that isn't already on your own team, who would it be?
I'd have to. It'd be either Ed Reed or Troy Polamalu. Those guys are just playmakers. That that's something that I consider myself a playmaker, making plays on the ball, and just the way they influence the game. They both won Super Bowl championships, and they're both in the Hall of Fame. And that's something that one day I hope to be in. So seeing how they work and seeing how they view the game and stuff like that is something that I would definitely want to know and want to see.
And off the back of that, I remember seeing an interview with Peyton Manning, and he said that Peyton Manning would feature a lot in Ed Reed's Hall of Fame tape because most of the picks that he threw were to Ed Reed. Is there a quarterback in particular that you would love to either intercept or sack?
Anybody, there's a little bit.
How about that guy Zach Young? How about that guy Zach Wilson over in New York? I'm sure you want to intercept him.
He's a great player.
Yeah,
I love to intercept him again, but my goal is just to be the best version of myself and just help the team win. Try to be on that 53-man roster or whatever helps the team win. So I'm not really into personal stats yet. I gotta try to influence the game in whatever way I can.
We also ask this question, but we haven't actually ever asked it to an NFL player who's on an NFL roster, so this might make it a bit difficult. But we ask every guest what their Super Bowl 56 prediction is, and who do you think the two teams will be playing in it. But Tariq, we understand if you don't want to answer that because it could pose a few problems for you in the locker room if any of the guys hear this. So if you want, you can tell us, but don't worry if you can't.
I'll just not answer that one. I think that there's a lot of great teams in the league, and everybody's 0-0, so everybody has a chance of making it. So that's my answer.
Definitely.
That's a great answer, Tariq. It's been a pleasure having you on. We wish you all the best for the future. I'm sure this season will be an interesting one. It's your rookie year, so it'll be hopefully a really groundbreaking one for you, and a chance for you to get on tape and show what you can do. So we're looking forward to seeing you on Sundays, and all the best.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys for having me on. It means a lot.
No worries.